These are the materials needed for the Easy Lane tee. I use cotton hemp yarn, which is a weight 4 yarn in the color mint, a size H 5.0 millimeter crochet hook, tapestry needle, scissors, and stitch markers. Pattern is written for 9 sizes. Highlight your size throughout the pattern for ease of reading. Model is 5 foot 7 inches and is wearing a size medium with a 38-inch bust and 1.5 inches of positive ease. Tee is worked top down and raglan style with no seams. The yoke begins by working in rows to make the back of the tee, and then increases are evenly spaced throughout. The 2 front raglan sections are joined by chains to create the neckline, and the tee is worked in the round. The tee is split at the underarm to create the main body of the tee and the 2 sleeves. The sleeves and the collar are added at the end. When counting stitches in the row or the round for the yoke, the chain 2 space for the corner is counted as the chain 1 space for a linen stitch and gets counted as part of the linen stitch for the front, sleeve, back sections. This is best viewed with the written pattern up next to you, so you can get the free pattern right here. And if you want the premium version with several picture aids, you can get that right here. And of course, it's a Line Brand yarn kit where you can get the free pattern and all of the yarn to make it, and you can get that right here. So to begin, I'm going to make a slip knot. Insert my hook and chain 57. For this tutorial, I'm going to be making the medium sample size, so be sure to check your size for the correct numbers that you need to do. 56 and 57. Now starting in the 3rd chain from my hook, so 1, 2, 3, going into this stitch right here, I'm going to single crochet 1. I'm going to skip a chain, chain 1, and then go into the next stitch. So chain 1, skip a chain, this one right here, and going into that one, single crochet 1, chain 1, skip 1, single crochet 1. So I'm going to do this all the way across until we've reached the last chain, and then I'm going to single crochet into that last chain. So let's meet there together. Here I am at the end of row 1. You see I have 4 chains left. I've already done my chain 1 up here, so I'm skipping this chain, working into this chain and doing a single crochet, chain 1, and then single crochet into that last chain there. Row 2 begins by chaining 2 and then single crocheting in the first chain 1 space. And you can see our first chain 1 space is right here. So I'm going to single crochet right there. Chain 2 and single crochet 1 in the next chain 1 space. So right here. And that chain 2 we just made, this one, that is our first corner. And I find it easiest to mark these, at least at the beginning, because it's hard to see where the corners are. But once you get several rows in, you'll be able to see the raglan corner easier, so you might not have to mark it. But definitely mark it this first several rounds. So we're going to be marking our raglans, and we're going to be making our raglan lines for row 2. So let's continue on. So now we need a linen stitch 4. So I chained 1 to begin the linen stitch and then single crochet 1. So that's 1, 2, 3, and 4. So the linen stitch starts with a chain 1 and ends with a single crochet. And so we've done 4. You can see that we have 5 stitches though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because everything past the marked raglan corner becomes part of that section. So what we just did was we worked the sleeve, and then this right here on this side is the front that we're going to start increasing. So now we're going to chain 2, single crochet 1 in the next chain 1 space. We just made another corner. So between here and here is our sleeve, and now we're going to start working the back section. So we need to linen stitch 15. So chain 1, single crochet into the chain 1 space, chain 1, single crochet into the next chain 1 space. So this stitch right here was worked from creating the raglan corner. So this is 1, 2, 3, and 15. Now we chain 2, single crochet 1 into the next chain 1 space, mark that chain 2 space, so you can see from here to here is the back. And now we need to linen stitch 4. So this stitch doesn't count. Linen stitch 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 4. You can see the 5 stitches now. Chain 2, and then working into the turning chain. So let me show you the turning chain. We have 1 single crochet stitch right here, and then you can see our turning chains right here. So I'm going to insert my hook into the turning chain right there. So working into the turning chain, and then single crochet 1. Mark that last corner. You can see we have our 4 corners now. And that's row 2. Row 3 begins by chaining 2, and then single crochet 1, chain 2, single crochet 1 into this corner space right here that's marked. So I'm going to remove that, and then use single crochet 1, chain 2, single crochet 1 back into that same corner space. So you can see it's all worked into that same space there. And then I'm going to mark that corner space. And then it says we need to linen stitch across to our next corner space. So you begin by chaining 1, going into the chain 1 space, single crochet 1, chain 1, single crochet 1, chain 1, single crochet 1, all the way across until our corner stitch, and then we chain 1, single crochet 1 into the corner stitch, chain 2, single crochet 1 back into that same corner stitch, move the marker up to the new chain 2 space, linen stitch to our next corner. Here's my next corner space. So I've already chained 1, and then I'm going to chain or single crochet 1 into the corner space, chain 2, single crochet back into that same corner space, and then moving the marker up to the new chain 2 corner space. Continue linen stitching until our last corner, the 4th corner, which is right here. Single crochet, chain 2, single crochet, move that stitch marker up to the new corner space, chain 1, and then single crochet into that turning chain, and then chain 1, single crochet back into that same turning chain, and that completes row 2. So I want to go over counting the stitches for the front, sleeve, back, so that we make sure that we understand. So after row 3, you're going to see first front, and it says 1 linen stitch. So the stitch before the stitch marker, that's our first linen stitch. And then between these next 2 markers, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 single crochets, or 6 linen stitches. So that's our sleeve. Between here and here is our back, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Between these 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for our sleeves. The sleeves are always going to match, so if they don't match, you did something wrong. So 6 between those 2 stitch markers, and then 1, 2, 3 stitch markers on this second front. When we finish these first 10 rows, the second front and the first front will match in stitches so that it goes, so we can join at the neck and it will match. But you can see the corner is already starting to want to bend, which is what we want. So we're looking good. Row 4 begins by chaining 2 and then single crocheting in the first chain 1 space. And that first chain 1 space is kind of hard to see. We have a single crochet right here and a single crochet right here. So there is a chain 1 space in between the 2 of them. And you need to make sure, sometimes I find it easier if I look at the other side actually. I can see the chain 1 space a lot easier that way. So that is my chain 1 space right there. So doing my first single crochet in that chain 1 space, linen stitch to the corner. Oops, try that again. Linen stitch to the corner, and then in the corner, single crochet, chain 2, single crochet, and I bet I can do it without those stitch markers now, but if you want to do the stitch marker, by all means still do that. Now linen stitch to the next corner, single crochet 1, chain 2, single crochet 1 back into that corner, linen stitch to the next corner, single crochet, chain 2, single crochet back into the corner space, and linen stitch to the next corner, single crochet, chain 2, single crochet back into that same corner space. And so you can see we've neared the end of our row here. We're going to chain 1, and then working into the turning chain, we're going to do a single crochet 1, chain 1, back into that same turning chain, single crochet 1. So you can see now our corners right here, and we have 1, 2, 3 stitches for our front, so our 2 fronts match now. I'm nearly done with row 5. I just did my last corner, and I just wanted to show you the end of row 5. It's slightly different, so I just wanted to make sure that you understood it. So it says you need a linen stitch to the last single crochet, and that is my last one right there. Because you can see I already worked that turning chain, so it's kind of stretched out right now. But you can see my last single crochet is right here, and this is my turning chain. So I've done my 2 linen stitches, so 3 so far for this side because it's the corner right here. 1, 2, 3. And then it says working into the turning chain there, single crochet 1, chain 1, working into that same spot, single crochet. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stitches on this front here. So that's row 5. You're going to do row 5 for 10 rows, and you're increasing on all of the corners, increasing by 5. So let's meet back up for the yoke chains when we join the both fronts. I'm ready to do my yoke chains to join both fronts. So for the size medium, I need to chain 12. 1, 2, 12. Now making sure that it's not twisted, that this is right side facing, this is right side facing. I then take my other front and I'm going to join in the turning chain, joining by slip stitching. I then will chain 1, place a stitch marker on that stitch on the chain 1, single crochet 2 together in this single crochet right here and the chain 1. So to do a single crochet 2 together, you insert your hook into the stitch, draw up a loop, and instead of yarning over and pulling through the 2 loops, you go into the next part of what you're working into. So this is the chain 1, draw up a loop. I have 3 loops on my hook, yarn over, pull through all 3. And then I need to linen stitch to the corner. And then I'm just going to work the corners like I have for the yoke rows. So let me show you this first corner, what we're going to do. So I've reached my corner right here, so I'm going to do a single crochet, chain 2, and single crochet all into that same space right there. And then I'm going to linen stitch down on this side and do the same thing for that corner, same thing for this corner and this corner, and then linen stitch into the last stitch. And then let's meet back up when we work these chains together. I have 2 more linen stitches until I need to start working the front chains. So let's do those together. And then working in between those. All right, so chain 1, and then working into that first chain right here, single crochet, chain 1, skip 1, working into this one. So we're doing the linen stitch like normal by just skipping a chain instead of a stitch. So chain 1, skip this next chain, working into this chain, chain 1, skip 1, work into this, skip, work into this one, chain 1, and now we have 1 more chain right there, and then we have our join. So we're going to skip and then work into this marked stitch like the pattern says. And then just linen stitch to the corner. So working into right here, linen stitch. All right, so we linen stitched to the corner. Now we chain 1, single crochet 1 into the corner space, chain 2, and mark the chain 2 because that will be the start of our round. So now pause and double check that your front and back stitches match, that your sleeve stitches match, so that you have even numbers. For round 2, it depends on what size you're making, whether you will be doing a non-increase round or if you will be increasing this round. Some of the plus sizes don't have any non-increase rounds, but just look at the pattern to see what your size says. For my medium sample size, round 2 is a non-increase round. And so I'm going to show you how to do that. But for these sizes that have some non-increase rounds, there are 2 different rounds where one is the decrease after the corner, and then the second round of non-increase, the decrease is after or before the corner. So I'm going to show you both so you know how to do it, but just so you're aware, we're going to alternate, because if we just did a decrease after the corner, then the raglan line would start to curve like that. And so by doing it one this way and then one this way, it kind of keeps it more straight. It looks better that way. So it says we need to do a single crochet 2 together in the corner stitch and the next chain 1. So I'm going to insert my hook, draw up a loop, and then go into the chain 1, the next chain 1 space, and draw up a loop. So we have 3 loops on our hook, yarn over, pull through all 3. And then linen stitch to the corner. I made it to my corner, and so it says chain 1, single crochet 1, into that corner space, chain 2. So everything's normal like we have been doing. And now we need to do our decrease. So you go back into the chain 2, into the corner, drop a loop, go into the next chain 1 space, drop a loop, yarn over, and pull through all 3. So that is our single crochet 2 together again. We're going to do that for the remaining 2 corners. And then let's meet back up on round 3, where we will do an increase round. I'm at my beginning of round for round 3. This is an increase round for me, so I wanted to show you. It's nothing different really than what we've been doing for the yoke rows, but I wanted to go over it with you just in case. So to begin, you just go back into that corner stitch, single crochet, chain 1, and then you just linen stitch. So you're just working the corner twice, which is what makes our increases for the raglan stitch or the raglan design. Let me show you one more corner. So this is my corner stitch right here. So I'm going to insert my hook, single crochet 1, chain 2, and then going back into that same corner space and then moving up my stitch marker. So I'm going to do that all the way around for round 3. For my size, round 4 is also an increase round, so I'm going to do that off camera. So let's meet back up on round 5, where I'll show you the non-increase round where you do the decrease before the corner. I'm ready to do round 5. So this is my second non-increase round. So I'm not doing a single crochet 2 together at the after a corner, I'm doing it before a corner. So to begin this round, I single crochet in that corner, move this marker up, chain 1, single crochet, so linen stitch to 2 before the corner. So I just did my last linen stitch. I'm going to chain 1, insert my hook into this next chain 1 space, the last chain 1 space before the corner, drop a loop, insert my hook into the corner space, 3 loops on my hook, and then pull through all 3. Chain 2, and then going back into the corner space, single crochet. So you can see my raglan line, and it is starting to be straight again because we were starting to slant this way because of our previous single crochet 2 together, but now it's going to get more straight again. So do this around for the other 3 corners, being sure you do it in this corner space at the beginning of round. So you're going to do a single crochet 2 together right here, and then that signifies the end of round. So let's meet back up on main body round 1. This is what it looks like before we do round 1 of the main body. So you can see I did a single crochet in that corner, but I did not do the chain 2. And now for the size medium, it says I need to chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then taking both sides, you're going to make sure right sides are facing out. Skip all of the sleeve stitches and then single crochet in this corner on this side. So you can see we just made our underarm with those chains. Now we need to linen stitch to the next corner. Here is my next corner. So I'm going to single crochet in that corner and do the same thing that we did on the other side. So I'm chaining 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then making sure both right sides are facing out, skipping the sleeve stitches, and then single crocheting in that next corner. Like that. Linen stitch to the beginning of round, and then I will show you how to work into those underarm chains. It's very similar to what we did with the front neck chains, but let's meet back up at that point. I've reached my beginning of round marker, and so I need to work these underarm chains. So first I need to chain 1, and then I'm going to single crochet into this first chain for the underarm. Chain 1, skip 1, single crochet. Chain 1, skip 1, single crochet. And now it says we need to linen stitch across to the next underarm chains. So I chain 1 and then single crochet into that first chain 1 space. And so you just do that all the way around and then do the same thing that we did for these chains on the other side. And I'm going to repeat this, working the linen stitch all the way around for the specified number of rounds in the pattern. And then let's meet back up for collar round 1. Here is the collar. We've got the back of the neck right here. And so let's work round 1 together. So you're going to join in the back of the neck. I like to join over here on right before or right after the raglan seam, but I'm joining over here so that I can show you how to do a single crochet 3 together easier. So to join, we're just going to slip stitch to join, chain 1, and then we're going to just single crochet in each chain around. So 1 in each stitch there. And then when we get to our 4 raglan lines, we're going to do a single crochet 3 together. So you can see my first raglan line is right here. So I'm going to do 3 stitches. I'm going to choose these 3. 1, 2, 3. So I have 2 more single crochets. Now I'm going to do my single crochet 3 together. So draw up a loop, go into the next stitch, draw up a loop, go into the next stitch. Whoops, I dropped one. Go into the next stitch, draw up a loop. I have 4 loops on my hook. Yarn over, pull through all 4. So I'm now on the sleeve section. My next raglan line is right here, and it's close enough. So I'm just going to show you how to do it again. Okay, so here's my last single crochet. Now I'm going to do my single crochet 3 together over this raglan line, 2, 3. So I have 4 loops on my hook, yarn over, pull through all 4. Let me show you what it looks like. See what it looks like. And so I'm going to do it all the way around until I reach nearly the end. So almost to the beginning. Let me just show you what it would look like. So let's pretend like I worked all the way around and this is my beginning stitch right here. So I have 2 more stitches. 1, 2. I'm not going to slip stitch to join. I'm just going to work into the top of that single crochet and single crochet, and then single crochet in each stitch. So you can see what that looks like. So it's a continuous round. And then when we get back and finish round 2, then we just slip stitch to join and then fasten off and weave in the ends. So that's how you make the easy lane tee. Hey friends, thanks for joining me on today's video. I have this video right here that I think you'll really enjoy, so go check it out and be sure to subscribe for more crochet and knit tutorials. My name is Rachel from Cozy Nooks Designs, and happy making!